Yeah, I'm pumped. Let's get into it. Let's then we can bring up the to-do list and chat about whatever else is happening. Day 90. Let's go. Loading. I love these loading screens. I don't love these loading screens. They are a necessary evil. Day 90. I hope I actually polish this off before day 100. That would be maybe on day 100? No, I don't want it to take that long. I want to I want to see if we can get this next thing done before then. But all right, so let's take a look at the notes. So this is where we're at here, right? This is the stuff that I need to put together in a single run in order to, I believe, reclaim the throne. And then this is the stuff that I am working on in this run in order to try and make all of this happen. So I believe, as it stands right now, I have the Royal Scepter in hand. So that's great. The last thing that we checked was the sound pick amplifier, which is fine, but I still need to get to room 46 to hopefully check the blue crown. Grab the blue crown and check it, if I can. And on any run where I can start the shrine, I will, and we'll see what that does. Apparently I was in the break room, so we're not going to be taking advantage of Blessing of the Monk, I think, until we get all of this stuff done. Because there's like more treasure trove things to do, maybe. There's some, kind of funny, like, oh, what if I monk this stuff? What if I monk that stuff? Stuff to check out with Blessing of the Monk if I want to later. But the important part now is getting the shrine up and getting this whole run together. That's where we're at. So I guess let's see if I'm getting a shrine. It sounds like a good first step. It's interesting because I want to set blue as my color for the... Wait, does this... Oh, it retains it. The Royal Scepter is just set to blue all the time. Huh. That feels like that's going to mess some things up. This is interesting, actually. I was expecting to see the break room here, because that's where we called it at the end of the last day. But I guess not. Fascinating. All right, toolshed. Like, I have the blessing here. So that's a little weird. I have the blessing and I have the key card in hand, so I know that I called it in a break room. So it's a little weird not to see the break room as one of the options for the outside room. I'm gonna spend the extra steps as long as we're here to open up room 46. That seems like a useful use of steps. And that way I don't have to spend the 5 gems on a throne room in order to open up 46. I guess every run is just going to start this way. Yeah, so there is some work I can do in order to make my... I'm going to call it the final run without knowing actually whether or not it is the last thing I am doing in the game. But it definitely feels kind of setting up for like the final run in Outer Wilds, kind of going to get the power source and getting and putting in the code and everything all in one run. So there's some things that I can do to set up for an easier final run, even knowing that I am not doing the final run on this particular run. So I'm going to keep going in this run in order to see if we can make that happen. Because, you know, make my life a little bit easier. Why not? But I'm not going to spend too much time within a run trying to, like, explore or look at other stuff or whatever. Like, it really is about getting all of this final stuff together and getting it all together in one run. So if I get to the point where room 46 isn't reachable in this run, then I think we just call it immediately. No, I'm also looking for observatories, and I also want to call it in break rooms. I think that is also accurate. So there is like a little bit more that I want to do besides just the one thing, but not a lot more than just the one thing. Okay, that takes like 10 steps, like actual 10 steps to go and do. How do I feel about that? Mostly good. Mostly okay with spending those 10 steps in that situation. Keys are good. We like keys. This could also have been a conference room. I would not be opposed to a conference room here. If I see a coat check, we're nabbing it immediately. Also, there's parlor games. The parlor continues to be extra silly. 3 messages. Why is the text so small here? Why would you do that to me? The statement matching this statement is on an empty box. Statement matching this statement is on an empty box. The gems are in a box with 3 statements. There are an equal number of true and false statements. It is possible for there to be an equal number of true and false statements. That is not impossible. The gems are in a box with a true statement. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Okay. Well, this cannot be fully true or fully false, so this has to be mixed. Actually, no. This can be fully true. It cannot be fully false, but both of these statements could be true, and also only one of these statements could be true. This could still be fully true. The gems are in a box with a false statement. There is at least one true statement on this box. So this could be fully false. Or this could be fully true, I guess. Gems are in a box with 3 statements. Oh, okay. Yes, single-minded focus lasted not very long. We're playing parlor games, man. I want 3 gems. In a box with a false statement. In a box with a false statement. In a box with 3 statements. This one is rough because there's no standout obvious place to start. None of this immediately is like, oh, this must be true or this must be false or this box must be true or anything like that. The only thing I have is there must be at least one of these statements needs to be true, which means either this is full false or this is full false. Maybe that's my starting point, is one of these 2 is fully false. In a box with 3 statements. If this is fully true, and this is fully false, then this could be 1 true, 2 false. If this is fully false, the gems are in this box. hang on. If this is fully false, then both the statement matching this statement is on an empty box is false, which means the gems are in one of these two boxes. No, the gems are in this box. And the gems are in a box with 3 statements is false. This can't be fully false. These two, if falsifying both of these 2 statements is mutually exclusive. So this is also either mixed or true. This is either mixed or true. So this must be the fully false box. Which means the gems are in this box. Because the statement matching this statement is on an empty box is false. Okay. Metal detector? What is the metal detector detecting? Oh, it is detecting the garage keys. Understood. Weird. Anyway, the gems have to be in the black box. That's what I said? Yeah, the gems have to be in the black box. Okay, I didn't actually need to determine the truth and falsehood of 8 disparate statements. I needed to figure out that one box needed to be fully false. So that's good. That's good. We figured it out. There's a break room. That's good. Quest bedroom. Do I need a quest bedroom? I'm not opposed. Dang. Magnifying glass in the quest bedroom. Garage car keys in the parlor. This run has a luck stat. Chamber of mirrors. Get out of here, chamber of mirrors. I want the dice. LDJ. Also the extra gem. Good gem count. All right, keep on pushing forward. You know, it feels like the blue from the Royal Scepter isn't real. It feels like I am not actually prioritizing blue rooms based on what I have seen so far. When you first find Royal Scepter, choose a color. Blueprints are more common today. Today. That day or every day? Because it doesn't feel like blueprints are more common today. I could take the library. We'll just take the den. Is it time for a break room? Chapel goes north. Let's keep going north. This is looking pretty good so far. Conference room, sure. Is this gonna be the garage? Be the garage so I can get keys. Man, I'd take the observatory too, but I wanted the keys. You know, I'll take the keys. Oh, I saw the upgraded bunk room there too. I don't know that I've drafted the upgraded bunk room yet. I so rarely see it. Well, Secret Garden Key is actually real good here. Treasure map, maybe not so good. This second boudoir is facing the correct direction. We'll take that. What is up with the Chamber of Mirrors? I need to make that stuff rare. That is too many Chambers of Mirrors. No more mirrors, please. I need to re-rarify the chamber. Regular key here, I suppose. Good key count. We are A-okay for regular keys. Alright, now's a good time for an observatory, probably. So what are we gaining off of stars these days? Gain 1 coin for each day. Yup, that's 1 coin for each day. That checks out. Lose 3. We sure lost a lot of steps here, though. So now I am concerned. 27, very few steps remaining. What's up, Cryptomancer? Gain a coin for each day. Love it. Where are we? Mechanarium? I think I'm at 1 right now. Workshop is 1. Yeah, we're at 1. Foyer, I suppose. We kind of really cut off from the right side. They'll have to backtrack all the way to the den. Sure, West Wing Hall it is. This is guaranteed to be unlocked, which is interesting. Some more stuff that is guaranteed to be unlocked. How do I feel about patio as my first green room? Not the best. Commissary? Corridor? Corridor could take me to, conservatory. Hey, it's a conservatory! Love it. Closed exhibit can stay rare. I don't need to see that anymore. Foyer. Foyer, I feel like, could be more common. Tunnel. Not that excited about tunnels, I think. I think tunnel is something that I don't really want to see anymore. Also... R. Thank you. Where is Chamber of Mirrors? I'm okay with... yeah, this does not need to be common. This does not need to be common anymore. I am seeing this entirely too much. Thank you, Chamber of Mirrors. Your purpose has been served. Get out. Alright, perfect. This is a great place for a dining room. Because now I can enjoy a lunch and enjoy a pizza. Foundation. Oh, actually, I should set the banner here if I want a foundation. Yeah. Yeah. Now is a good time to set the banner. None of these is a foundation. Both of these open up in the correct direction. Trophy room will work. Trophy room can do work. None of these are what I'm looking for. Rumpus room is fine. Again, opens in the correct direction. That's what matters. There's gotta be something on the floor here, huh? Oh, yeah. Remember notes? Remember blue tent? Alas, he is dead to me now. Boiler room is almost perfect here. Drawing room is unfortunately not facing the correct directions. Please be locked. Hell yes. Did we... No flowers. That's fine. Something is on the ground. Guy just walked right over it. Difficult to spot, wow. What progress are we actively seeking today? We're trying to get all of this in one run. All of this stuff needs to happen in one run. Right now, I am trying to grab the blue crown so I can put it into the coat check. Because I totally need that 200th coin. You never know. What if we find the showroom? Your resolution was poor at the time of highlight. Fair enough. Well, there's the coat check. Alas, it... No, it's fine, because I can still get in from the left side. Okay, yes. Coat check. Perfect. Wow, this is actually perfect. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to achieve... I'll bring up the thing again, because I don't remember. We need the shrine in the outside room. We need to pick up a sledgehammer. We need to be holding on to the scepter, which I am currently holding on to. We need to obtain the blue crown, either from room 46 or, in the future, from the coat check. And the throne room needs to be positioned appropriately. And all of that needs to happen in one run. It's not going to be this run, but what we can do this run is check the blue crown. And, I think we are on pace to do that thing. Open sesame. These still don't do anything? Honestly feel cheated. No need to open that up again. There's not even a gem inside. Okay, so what else do I need to do in this run? Find a break room. Yeah. All I need to do now is find a break room. And then check the Blue Crown. I know what they're for now if I was paying attention. They're for being at 1:30. They did say that they were going to give the cuckoo clocks to somebody else in the will, right? The cuckoo clocks that were designed to be extra annoying. There's that break room. Okay, perfect. Run over. Honestly, that checks out. Those cuckoo clocks are extra annoying. Please take a crown. Crown has been checked. No modifiers, no, like, appellations, no adjectives, just crown. Yeah, all right. All right, I should do this before I actually call it. This is X'd out, so we have just 15. This is X'd out. No, wait, that's not an X. That is a slash divided by half. Is it 6? Oh. That's 11. New symbols. It's new symbol day in the break room. Does this mean that the crown will only be in coat check and cannot be found in 46? I have no idea. I've wondered this in previous runs, whether or not having something in the coat check means that you can't get it elsewhere, since things are unique. But, it's not been proven to me one way or the other conclusively. All right, well, this actually... This is the last thing that I can do. No. I can go into computers and special order, Sledgehammer. If I haven't done that already. I believe I have done that. But we could do it again. And also, in general, I like reading announcements from the computers. So if we spot a computer, that is a thing in a future run. But yeah, this is all I need from this run. So calling it a day. And now we can aggressively call it a day if we don't find a shrine. So if I don't find a shrine, then my next goal is find a break room and call it a day. Because I do have to call it a day in a blue room. I guess I could also look for, like, mail rooms or other tomorrow rooms or something like that, but I don't feel like I need to. I feel like I need to get the thing done. Shrine? Question mark? Shrine? It's happening! It's maybe happening. No new blessing. And I need to prioritize getting enough gems that I can buy the throne room when it shows up. That's a good way to do it. The statement matching this statement is on a box containing gems. statement matching this statement is on a completely true box. The statement matching this statement is true. The statement matching this statement is on a completely true box. Oh. Ooh, one of these two has to be false. Because only one of these boxes can be completely true. No, that's not true. I have to remember this. It is possible for multiple boxes to be completely true, as long as at least one box is completely true, and at least one box is completely false. The statement matching the statement is true. The statement matching the statement is on a box containing gems. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so assume both of those are true. They cannot both be true. Because if this is true, and this is true, this has to be true, which means this has to be true. And that's not okay. So they cannot both be true. Great. One of these boxes contains at least one falsehood. Oh, we're really doing it now. One of these boxes contains at least one falsehood. Great. That's progress. I feel like what's gonna happen is, on a meta level, the statement matching this statement is on a box containing gems is gonna be false for both of those. So, like, it's false there and false there, so it's just gonna be in the blue box. Can this be completely true? If this is completely true, then this is completely true, which we already determined is illegal. So actually, neither of these can be the fully true box. Both of the bottom things have to be false. So this can be the only fully true box. Because if either of these are completely true, then both of these are completely true. And we've determined that that's not a legal configuration. So this has to be the completely true box, which means the statement matching this statement is on a box containing gems, which is this one. So the gems are in here. The gems are in the black box. Man, I don't know if I could play a game that consisted just of parlor games, but I would think about it really strongly because I'm really into the parlor games. Okay, so we need to find a sledgehammer and a coat check. That's where we're at right now. Sledgehammer and coat check. Sure, I'll take an observatory. Since this will give me six keys? No, this will give me 2 keys and 2 gems. And cost me 6 steps, which is fine. 1 coin for each day spent. Which is still all of the days. Every day has been spent, I think. That game is called Mimic Logic. I've actually played Mimic Logic, and I've enjoyed it a little bit. That one's weird, though. Oh. This is on rank 2, but it only counted as 1 rank reached. I gained 1 key and 1 gem. I guess rank 1 is not a rank that's reached. So it's whatever the furthest rank you're on minus 1 that number. That's weird. Well, I'll take some gems. Is this Draxus or is this Borealis? I think this is Borealis. Florealis, my mistake. Well, I do need a break room, so let's get a break room. This is 18. This is 9, apparently. This is 1.5 times 2 is 3? How dare they? This is not the key I was looking for. But thank you? Six-step program. What's up, Cybervenny? Conference room, sure. So I want to not go this direction until I've called the banner. Like, I want to make sure I have enough room to get the places that we need to go to. Wow, this is miserable. Yeah, this day is over. This is... I'm not getting what I need here. Nice. Because I still need a sledgehammer and a coat check and the throne room. You know what? Let's make sure we get the throne room, actually. And then we can worry about the rest of it. Because there's not that many black prints that can show up. This is not the black print I'm looking for. None of these are black prints. Try again. These continue to not be the things I am looking for. Great, thank you. Treasure trove is not the black print I'm looking for. Wow, guys! Sure, I guess I'll get some more words. Gain 1 coin for each day spent, comma, and. Wow, that's the entire clause. So every time I hit Spiral of Stars, I gain like 100 coins. Sure. You don't think Throne Room can appear in a corner? It has 3 doors. That is a good point. Hopefully Throne Room will appear in the next room. What else is here? The sale. Let's not talk to Draxus, though. Probably wanted to not talk to Ironcross, but whatever. Well, the run is just actually over. But at least we still have the break room, so that's cool. In which case, I'll take the treasure trove to get 1 more dialogue. What is this? Blue moons. You saw me standing alone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How do we feel about blue moons? We have no opinions about blue moons. Wild. We don't even have opinions about blues or moons. The power must shift to perform the ritual of castling. Okay. This is actually really good advice. And accurate. Although, as usual, with almost everything from the treasure trove, a little bit late. believe that it would let you place those secret backsides where you can't reach them. I know you can do that with a closed exhibit, because I've had it let me put the closed exhibit against a wall. I don't think it'll let you do that with a foundation, although I'm not positive. Anyway, we're calling it a day here. I need to do anything else? Can I do anything else? Calling it a day here. Fantastic work, everybody. Good shrine. Great shrine. Snug little cottage. Man, this feels like a day 3 house, not a day 91 house. I guess it does have the treasure trove. All right, let's try it again. Man, I need to find a conservatory and make the throne room common. Balls. Recently watched someone start the game. Wonderful how they discover the mechanics. Then they find the parlor. Why the pregnant pause, Cryptomancer? Why the ominous ellipses before the parlor? Okay, so things that I can do this run if I am trying to set up for a better final run. We have checked the blue crown. Monked. No blessing. We can still do observatory stuff in a given run. We can try and find the conservatory. And then treasure trove is still for future stuff. Okay. Finding people get stuck on the simple logic puzzles. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. Well, let's go see if there are any announcements. There are. Simon, last weekend I started making a list of upgrade discs I knew of. It's only half of them, but hopefully it will be of some help. Why would you do that when I have found and used all 16 upgrade discs? Kimberly, you know that I have done this. Oh, and I think there's one in the archives, but it's locked in a file cabinet. Anne might know where that key is. She is trying to help. Yeah, it's help that's coming like... So, a lot of the things that exist as kind of fail-safes, I think, right? To point you in the directions of the stuff that you might have missed if you're just playing the game and not finding stuff. Which I really appreciate. I'm really glad that's there. I am glad that there is stuff in the game to take the place of chat when you need to be pointed in directions and have not been able to yet. However, it's really, really funny to see Kimberly responding to the announcement where they've been told that I've already found all 16 upgrade discs to be like, oh, well, here's a list of some of the places where upgrade discs are. Like, yes, great, but Kimberly, you know that I've already found them. Actually, 2 file cabinet keys I hid for the Baron, but I think the one you're talking about is buried by the grill in the patio. I'd have to double check the aquarium to be certain. This is a fantastic announcement. This is a really, really good announcement. The other stuff, whatever. All right. We have to, as usual, place a special order on the sledgehammer. I approve. And I suppose I could RTA into the laboratory? Makes you wonder if these hints are scheduled or triggered, though they're absolutely scheduled. 100% scheduled. Are you kidding me? They're literally dated. Experiments. What have we got here? Sure. Let's draft bedrooms to permanently increase my lockpicking skills. Sounds fantastic. All right. So observatory, conservatory, and now bedrooms for today. You can't imagine anyone who's stuck suffering through this many days to get a needed hint. So the thing is, these announcements can only get started once you've raised the satellite dish, right? So it has to be kind of completionist stuff. And it has to be stuff that only matters after you have gotten the satellite dish, which is probably your 5th permanent edition. Probably. Like, maybe you get some stuff out of order, but... What's up, Vera? How's it going? Thank you so much for the 19 months of continued support. Welcome back to the adventuring party. Hydrate or dihydrate? I could do that. I got water. I will hail hydrate. So we gotta check the near corners. Planetarium. I'll take a break room. We need one of those. I could have also taken the bedroom. Or I'll take this bedroom. Kind of don't need to play parlor games this run. This run is already dead. Hang your laundry? Alright, go get it. I believe in you. Another boudoir. I love it. Second bedroom. Which still doesn't increase my lockpicking skill. Conservatory. Hey, I'm a genius. Conservatory has a shovel in. Fantastic. Is the boudoir the bedroom for ghosts? Chronometrics. Welcome to the chat. Parlor can continue to be common. Trophy room can continue to be rare. Laundry room can continue to be rare? Yeah. Yeah, no, all of this is correct. I don't care about any of these. Did I dig up a broken lever? I didn't even know that could happen. I just clicked the thing. I wasn't even looking at what it gave me. I didn't even realize I got that until you said something, Cryptomancer. I didn't know that was possible. Fascinating. All right. I have a break room. We'll spend a little bit more time in here. Maybe I'll find an observatory. Maybe I'll find some more bedrooms. But none of this is particularly necessary at this point. Key items gated by shovels. Sounds miserable, doesn't it? Hey, it's a bedroom. My lockpicking skills have been improved. Sure. I'm not gonna bother with the game for now until I feel like I need the gems. Observatory, fantastic. Spiral of stars get even bigger. And then... What and then, pray tell? That's locked. Okay. The Cloister of Orinda. Do love a Cloister of Orinda. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a way up, so the Cloister of Orinda does give me that. I'm looking for bedrooms and observatories. Seems like a great idea. Boiler room. Lose half my steps? Sure, why not? I don't care about my steps. Oh, I'm still sheltered. Heck yeah, I get sheltered, idiots. Hey, look, it's an observatory. Alright, and then what? And then what? And then lose? No! I didn't want to lose things! Alright. Well, Spiral of Stars definitely is a roller coaster. It's a bedroom. Fantastic. Show me a bedroom. None of these are bedrooms. Show me a bedroom. Okay. It's another thing to write down. Black waves. How do we feel about black waves? We have no opinions about black or waves or black waves. Some kind of green memo. Oh, green handwritten memo. The family core can be found in a red room with a 5-letter name. So this is false, but if I change the color to a different color, it becomes true, because that's how green handwritten memos work. Vault? All right, let's look through this, I guess. 5-letter names. Attic. There are a lot of 5-letter names, actually. Is room 8 a 5-letter name? Study. Is 8 a letter? I think space is a letter. Sauna. So you know that single-minded focus that I proclaimed to have at the start of this stream? Foyer. Foyer is possible. Patio. Patio's on the list. Multitasking, yeah. Multi-track gaming. It's not in a red room. Yo, Kellerman, thank you so much for the 44 months of continued support. Welcome back to the adventuring party. None of these. Hovel. Okay. So this is interesting because I feel like I found the family core in the wine cellar, which is none of these things. But maybe I just found information about the family core in the wine cellar, and I didn't find the actual core, whatever it is. I think what I found in the wine cellar was the number that you use to make the family core. And then I found that the family core was 53. But I don't know where that would be. And I don't know what to do with that. The family core is gained by eating apple, which is 5 letters and has a core. Oh, but it's red. So that's not going to work. Red is false. Has to be a green apple. Green apples don't exist. Come on, who do you think I am? I wasn't born yesterday. I'm still looking for bedrooms. None of these are bedrooms. That's a double bedrooms. Do I get the thing? No, I don't get to double my keys. But I do get to double bedrooms. And we get to say hello to this little cutie. Look at him. What a guy. Wonder if it's his birthday. Wait, it did double my keys. What? Do I have exactly 2 hallways? I feel like I have exactly 1 hallways. But my keys went up to 8. How? Why? What? Servant spare quarters. Is a hallway? Don't lie to me. Listen, you can make jokes, but don't lie to me. It's a dual room? Really? Because I would expect the border to indicate that. Because all of the other dual rooms are indicated by their borders. To my knowledge. There are rooms that have multiple properties which you get from upgrades. Thought that was one. Okay. This had multiple upgrades, like it upgraded into a spare bedroom from being a blank blue room. And then from bedroom, it upgraded into spare servants' quarters. But none of the upgrades for this upgraded into a hallway. And even then, none of them upgraded into anything that was dual colored either. I had 8 keys, I had 4 keys. Am I gaslighting myself? Courtyard is dual, that's true. Courtyard is both green and orange. Because it went from a courtyard to a corridor yard. No worries, Chronometrics. I mean, it is a very specific thing. Like, you're allowed to be wrong as long as you are not lying to me. That's okay. Yeah, I don't think that the spare quarters works in that way. I would be surprised if it was. Maybe I did just already have 8 keys, but I thought I had 4 keys. Is any of this helpful? Sure. Have the keys. I also have the steps, though. The foundation is here. I don't want it here. What the crap, man? We put the foundation in a place that's more interesting. Like on rank 8. Bedrooms! Can I end the run yet? I think I could easily just go back to the break room and end the run. But more bedrooms. Also a computer. I should have grabbed the computer. I should have grabbed the lab. Computers are great. There's not a lot of reason to continue clicking on things here, but I guess I'm going to continue clicking on things for no reason. We're going to log into this computer and then call it a day. You do have link permissions. I just had 8 keys to begin with? Dang. I don't know why I thought I had 4. Maybe I was looking at the dice. I bet I was looking at the dice. Alright. Well, everybody was lying, it turns out. All people were misinformed. Nothing there. I cannot place a special order while a previous request is processing. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that dialogue before. Alright, are you a bedroom? Yes. Fantastic. Are you a bedroom? No. Alright, great. Servant's spare quarters is a bedroom, which is the room for lying. That's as accurate as anything else that's been put in chat today. Yeah, alright, calling it. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Find me the break room. Somewhere here is a break room. I could go digging, I guess. Maybe I'll find more broken levers. Did I not play the break room game? How weird. I also didn't do the parlor room puzzle, but that's an investment. This is just good fun. 4 and 10 is 14, except both of them are cut in half. Oh my god, that's a lot of halfsies. So it's 5, 9, 14. 14 and 14 is 28. Halved is 7. No, is 14. Flipped is 41. 51. 15. Yeah? No? 5, 9, 14 is 14. Right? 14 plus 14 is 28, all cut in half, so 14. Flipped is 41. This is the flip, right? This isn't the... Yeah, this is the flip. This is the invert. $41 plus 10, 51. invert 15. Why didn't that work the first time? Did I not click it? Man, everything is going wrong today. What a weird day. All right. I'm going to call it a day here. And definitely still going to continue digging into this. We've got, you know, the whole rest of Scream to go, but I do need to take a break before that. Getting ready to continue chaining runs until all of the pieces come together, I guess. Yeah, all right. Day 93. Let's go. I'm sure this run will have all of the things that I need in the right order at the correct times. Right? 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 It's kind of a lot to ask for. It really is a lot of things that all need to line up together. On the plus side, if I find the shrine this run, I can get a new blessing. Maybe a blessing that'll be more useful in putting all of this garbage together. Do I know what blessing that would be? Hard no. Do I know what blessings exist? Questionable. We could check the hovel. I don't know what would be in the hovel. Like, where would we find the family core with it? We're not gonna. It's not gonna be there. Like, where in here would the family core exist? Would it be interactable? Like, somewhere in here I have to find a 53? Table the family core stuff for later? Yeah, probably. That's true, actually. This might just be it. Because this works out to 8, right? If you go to 90, divide by 9, you get 10. Oh, no, wait. 45 times 2 is 90. Divide by 9 is 10. Minus 2 is 8. Yeah. Everything works out to 8. That's true. Everything does work out to 8. So this could be it. This could be the family core. But this doesn't work out to 53 like the Roman numeral thing did. So that's true. The note under the pillow could, in fact, have the relevant information. But who knows? Yeah, the family core stuff is not a thing that I am prioritizing above the thing that I am currently trying to do. Absolutely. The thing I am currently trying to do feels significantly more important. Alright, so this run isn't it, which means we're looking for computers, conservatories, and observatories. Observatory. Conservatory, sure. Any of the tutories would have been fine. Not red, 5-letter, has something about numbers and cores. Yeah, that's true, right? I forgot about that note under the pillow, and you're right. That has, like, it lines up. It lines up in a way that you wouldn't expect. The aquarium... How do I feel about the aquarium? It's every color. Maybe it should just be common. Do I just want it every run? It's so helpful. And it is 3 doors. Solarium... I think I don't care about the solarium. I think I am done trying to do solarium things. Music room is kind of nice. It's expensive. What if we just never see the music room again? There are situations in which I have wanted to see the music room in the past. Unusual is probably right for it, actually. Unusual is probably correct. All right. Thank you, conservatory. I do need a break room. Do we take the break room now? Yeah. Grab the den for the gem. We're not going to get deep enough into the house that keys are going to matter too much. Oh, right. Gems don't matter because I drafted the hovel. I forgot about that. None of these are the observatory. These continue to not be the observatory. I'll grab the extra steps, though. Steps are good. None of... Oh, one of these is the observatory. Lucky. I was all set to be disappointed. All right, what are we losing to the Spiral of Stars now, other than steps? And then lose 2. Okay. Oh, so I gained however many coins I gained, and then lost 2 coins, presumably. I don't know what I don't know what I'm losing. Losing all kinds of things. The Sail. Great deals ahoy! Yo, I love the treasure trove. White waves. How do we feel about white waves? Sanity. Sanity seems like a reasonable thing to lose, sure. How do we feel about white waves? White boxes with green memos are always false. That's cool. Do you have a green memo? Are you false? You have a red memo. Ah, you're also false. More differently false. White waves, red memo. Calendars never hide important dates. I believe we have seen exactly one calendar in the game, and it has absolutely hidden an important date. I like a dining room, probably. I would like to enjoy a lunch. What am I still looking for? I guess I could find a second observatory. I do still need to find a break room. And if I find a computer, that would be great too. Also, apples are delicious today, I think? No. Apples are normal. How disappointing. Second observatory. All right, now we can find a break room and not worry about it. Okay, what am I losing to? Whoa, that is a tiny spiral. Lose 2 stars? No! And that's the end of the Spiral of Stars. There's no more spiral. The spiral is over. Gain a key and a gem for each rank reached. Then lose 3 steps for each rank reached. Then gain a coin for each day spent. Then lose 2 stars. Interestingly, add a word's still there. So I don't know if it'll add words after the period. Oh, hey, look. Apples are extra delicious today. 1 sentence is done, right? Right? 1 sentence is done. Potentially concerning. Alright, find me a break room. Let's get out of here. None of you are a break room. You have doors, though. Break room. Okay. I gotta actually be really careful here, because if I run out of steps, that's bad. Break room. Hey! We're done here. Ah, lunch. Delicious. 5, 6, 8, 10, minus 8, 2. It's not 2. It's not minus. What else is going on? 5, 6, 9. I'm bad at math. 5, 6, 9, 11. Minus 8 is 3. Oh boy. 1, 5, 20. Inverted is 2. 8, 18, 20. Inverted is 2. 3, 7, 10. Inverted is 1. 2, 17, 20. Inverted is 2. Cool, I get to pick up the key to the secret garden just in time to call it a day. I guess I'll open this door. Maybe it'll be a computer. Nope, calling it a day. Alright, we did learn that hovel is a possibility. Four, 5, 2, 9, 2 equals 8. Great day. Superb results. I may have finished the Spiral of Stars. Unclear. I guess Dancer would be a pretty good blessing. I know that Dancer and the berry picking blessing would both be helpful in terms of trying to find the things that I need. But I don't remember what any of the other blessings are, let alone what they do. And once again, no shrine. So this day is a bust. Although we can start with a computer. Announcements? No new announcements. I would like to place a special order for a sledgehammer. Special armor. Special hammer. And we can check out the laboratory and maybe get better, very slightly better at lockpicking. Not that getting better at lockpicking seems to actually affect my ability to pick locks. Set my dice to 2. How do I feel about gaining keys? How do I feel about being able to end the run immediately? Alright, each time I eat an apple, will gain keys for every 2 hallways in my house. Not that I will have hallways in my house. We'll add a small chest to the entrance hall. I'm sure that'll be helpful. Oh, what if the next 3 times I open a locked trunk, I get a locked trunk in the entrance hall? That sounds delightful, actually. Because then it'll all feed into each other. So I know that if I open 1, I'll get 2 more. Maybe I'll get a sledgehammer. Yo, Hoffington, how's it going? Welcome, Hoffington and Raiders. We are deep, deep, deep into the, I'm not going to say bowels of Blueprints, because the bowels would be underneath the house, and we're inside the house. But, fairly close to what I believe to be the end game, and I'm not talking about getting into room 46. How you doing? Welcome. I am Jim the Eternal. I play some games. of which Blueprints is one. I should have a spiel. I should actually, like, know what I'm going to say when people raid me. Sounds like work. I don't know. But yeah, I play strategy games, I play roguelikes, I play card games, I play Metroidvanias. I take the den here? I think I take the den here. Not sticking around because you're trying to stay blind, but good luck. Oh, well, thank you. It has been very fun, and good luck trying to stay blind. It's a difficult thing to do in today's blueprints-focused economy. Heck yeah. Continuing to do the things that make my life easier, potentially, in a future run, which is not this run. Does this become more common for reasons? No. Not at this point in my life. This can become commonplace. This can stay commonplace. And that's another raid. What is up, Mark Magus and friends? Welcome to the stream. Mark Magus, I cannot in good conscience recommend that you stay here for very long on account of I am doing things that are way later in the game than you are. But thank you for the raid. Thanks for being here. And who knows whether or not your chatters want to stick around as well. What am I actually looking for in this run? I kind of have the feeling that I am hard looking for a break room and then just calling it. I think that's what's happening. I think a break room then calling it. Yeah, Amu. I think that's actually correct. Share the blueprints with the blueprints watchers. That is also cool. So welcome people from Mark Magus' stream. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good stream. I hope Mark Magus gave you a lot of interesting blueprints content to think about. I have some more blueprints content for you to enjoy and ponder. Least deep into the game that merely looking at the screen isn't a guaranteed spoiler. Sure. Yes. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. All right, have a good one, Mark Magus. Thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated. None of this is the stuff I'm looking for? This continues to not be the stuff I'm looking for. Oh, I found a trunk. I don't even have a key? Wow. Keyless and despondent. That's a key. Do I spend the key on a trunk? Seems unlikely. But sillier things have happened. Yeah, alright, let's find out if there's more words. Let us reveal information. Are there more words? Ah! Jump scared by if. Completely unreasonable. All right. As it turns out, there are more words. If. God, where is that heading? What will the spiral of stars do to me next? Hey, it's a planetarium. I could gain 2 stars. I'm not calling it a day in the planetarium. That's literally never happening. I guess you can take my steps. No, we'll just take the workshop. Sure. I'm not going to do anything with it, but thank you. I don't need the gems, so I'll take the doors. Goodies? No goodies. 0 goodies. I'm glad that the commissary is coming up with enough regularity that I can access it when I need it. Yeah, actually that seems worth. Give me my sledgehammer. Give me my everything. I'm gonna go back and do something about these locked chests. Experiment successful. Yep. Bam! Look at him go. Where's the last one? Oh, on there. Okay. Is this as many as it can hold? All right. Chat, direct question. Feel free to spoil this one. Have you ever seen more trunks than this? In the lobby? I guess if I found another observatory, I could get another slice, right? Another 2 trunks. That would be really interesting. Right? It seems like it's maybe possible. If I find another observatory, I think. All right, we're on the lookout for another observatory. If we can continue to observe, that would be great. This is a pile. 17? Had the spawn loop of a lab setup like I almost had. Interesting. Because the lab setup here is... Oh, I guess add a small chest is something that, like, if you could trigger, like, 5 or 6, you could just keep triggering this. But this won't trigger any more times because I've opened all the trunks. So this setup in specific is limited because you can't have infinite ones. Which is understandable. Still need a break room. Oh, I should have taken the break room. Oh, well. 136. Soon to be 134. If you... There's the twins! Alright, so we hit 7. Door in your face. Where are the next 2? There and there. Cool, cool. Oh, car keys. So, special items I have found in trunks include car keys and lockpicks. And a silver key. I guess so. Okay, well, I have 2 dice. So either this is the break room or this is a way through. A way through is great. Rotunda? Yeah, definitely have the gems for it. Alright, well, that's the empty, so we can go here. Can't pick the lock. Rude. Fairly confident this isn't going to matter, but you know, whatever. We hit that button. Well, that now has everything we need from here. This great hall is empty. Alright, Rotunda, show me some break rooms. None of these are a break room. That's fine. This could be a parlor, I suppose. I'm not mad about it. That'll put a couple of gems into the conference room. Still don't have a shovel, though. Man, I just increased my lockpicking by like 5x. Not 5x. 5 times. And yet still. Greenhouse. I don't want a greenhouse. I want a break room. I should set my banner to blue. We're currently just doing runs until we see shrines, pretty much. I am then going into the house in order to see observatories and conservatories. But otherwise, we're mostly just trying to hit shrines. Show me a break room. This is still not a break room. Mail room might have been a good choice. Show me a break room. Okay. That is a decent shot at seeing a break room. Show me a break room. I don't need the code check. Show me a break room. I don't need any of these. I feel like if I take the pool, it's just going to make my odds of finding a break room that much worse. So we'll just trophy room? Trophy room it up? Not that I'm going into that room if I don't have to. None of these are a break room. Try again. There we go. Alright. Calling it a day. Since I have found both of the observatories and the conservatory in this run, I can do some math puzzles and get out of here. 10, 14, minus 2 is 12. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Nope. Huh. Remind me of a mechanical thing I learned from a blue memo. Sure? Probably yes. I think yes. Divided by 2 is 10. Inverted is 1. Divided by 2 is 1/2. I don't know what a 1/2 inverted would be. I don't think that works. Which makes me concerned that I am doing this wrong. Is this not divided? It is divided. Nothing on the outside. But 20 divided by 2 is 10. Inverted is 1. 1 divided by 2, and then inverted. What would inverted be? Five? I don't think I know how to invert 0.5. Or 1/2, or whatever that would be. Like, it needs to end up a whole number. Whatever it is. It's about the code check being more likely after you check a new item. Oh, I could draft it and then sure. That might still work. It probably does still work. The thing is, there's not really a way to input a fractional result. And also, if it's a fractional result, how do you invert it? I don't know how you invert a fractional result. I'm going to see if 5 is right. 5 is right, and I'm not sure why. You have a thought about why 5? One over 2 to 2 over 1? Except that's still not 5. Point 5 could invert to 5. Because now you have a 2-digit number, 0.5, and you're swapping the 2 digits, 5.0. So that's the closest I can think of to that. But yeah, all right, we could hunt for a coat check. I don't mind doing that either. I think the operations are 20 divided by 20 inverted, which gets you 10 anyway. No. It's 20 divided by 2, and the result is inverted. And then you divide by 2, and the result is inverted. Yeah, maybe it's worth digging for a coat check. I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't know how much the increase is either. I mean, I did walk past a coat check earlier today, and I don't know if that impacts how likely it is to give me another coat check. Also, if I could find the, if I could find the foundation in rank 8, that would be helpful. Like, this could be a foundation. That would be very cool if this was a foundation. Hey, look, it's a coat check. That's not what I was looking for. I mean, it's kind of what I was looking for, but not here. Show me foundation. Show me foundation. Useless. Show me foundation. Useless. How many gears am I on? 1, 2. This would be my 3rd gear. 4th gear, probably. I think I worked. Yeah, I did have a workshop. This is my 4th gear. All right, yeah, good enough. One, 2, 3, 4. Great. Not that it matters. Oh, I can hear it doing the thing. That's funny. Show me foundation. You guys! They're really bad at showing me foundations. It's definitely not going to be a foundation here. But okay, mailroom. This also definitely... Ah, okay, coat check. Great. Hello, coat check. I would like to retrieve a crown. And then I would like to check a crown. All right. Good work. Let's go find that break room and call it a day. The day has gone entirely too long for the amount of value that we've gotten out of it. Ta-da! I keep forgetting that if I take the shelter, I'm allowed to take the weight room with no downsides. That it's just a 4-door room, and I should probably be taking it a lot more aggressively. Oh, well. Trying it again. Let's go. Why call it a day in the break room specifically? Because A of all, it's blue, which means I get to roll my scepter over. And B of all, it gives me a key card for the next day. Because I have the break room upgraded so that if I call it in the break room, I get a key card the next day. So that means I get to start my run with both the scepter and the key card. Seems like there's always sleeping masks in here, which I'm not opposed. All right, shrine. None of this is a shrine, you jerks. There's a sledgehammer, though. A sledgehammer and a lockpick kit in the tool shed. Lockpick kit in the tool shed. Break room was one of the easiest choices you could make during a floor plan upgrade. Yeah. I mean, I looked at the other choices. I certainly don't remember what they were, but the break room is very good. Very, very good. All right, well, conservatory? Show me a Tory of some kind? Hey. Commissary needs to be common. Absolutely. Casino can go up to rare, because I never need to see that. Showroom can be, like, standard? I was wondering if this was ever going to show up in the conservatory. This is a nice find. Yeah, I don't know. Having been through all of the upgrades, it's hard for me to say which of them was, like, the easiest. There were a couple that was like, oh, yes, this is a snap upgrade. But most of them were reasonable decisions, I think. You need a lot of gold for a showroom? I have 300 gold every run. I get 100 gold out of my allowance, and then I get another 100 gold out of every observatory I find. I'm really not concerned about having enough money to buy out the showroom. The only problem the showroom presents is gems. And I think more often than not, I don't actually know about those numbers, but I think more often than not, paying the gems for the showroom will get me something that lets me deal with gem costs. But yeah, common showroom sounds fantastic to me. Look, it's an observatory. Get observed, idiots. If you what? If you have. If you have. What do I have to have? Spiral of Stars. What do I have to have? Again? Passageway? It's too bad the secret passage doesn't have a black option. I take the passageway here because I have the fear. Does the 50% sale apply to the showroom? That's a good question. Do I need more steps? I would take more steps. What I need more is conservatories and break rooms is what I need more. Yeah, it says on the ad. I don't remember what it says, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't include the showroom. Does not affect the gift shop or bookstore. I think it does actually explicitly affect the bookstore, if I am remembering correctly. But yeah, it doesn't affect the gift shop. I think that's correct. Okay, this one has a door. I'm going to go read the fine print on that ad real quick. Commissary, kitchen, locksmith, and bookshop. So those are the places in which the sale applies. Nice lever. Do we even go to the commissary? Does anything matter? Nothing matters anymore. One key. Need some gems. What am I doing out here? Hey, look, some gems. Nice. Get hammered. Well, I suppose. What a mess. Do I spend the gems on a music room? I'm just gonna planetarium. Planetarium has some stuff in it. I love stuff. I keep forgetting that planetarium actually has like cool rewards. No gems, though. Do you like the treasure trove? Is it worth picking up the money again? Because maybe I'll hit the showroom? Pink sun. What do we know about pink suns? Pink boxes with green memos are always false. That's what we know about pink. But sun boxes are always true. That's what we know about suns. All right, what's in the box? I've been looking for this word, actually. Yenna means both reign and ruler in Eragon. That checks out, actually. That checks out. Like rain. Yeah. It turns out all of Eragon is just puns. It's just English puns. Yeah, I thought Yenna was like a title. Ruler or reign. Explains the gallery. Oh, you mean the foyer? So what does this mean for me? Oh. Like the gallery names. Maybe they're just normal names, but they're Eragon. It takes so long to pick up the money. The treasure trove is a curse. Now I truly understand just how much of a curse wealth actually is. Hey, look, it's a showroom that I can't afford. Should have taken the parlor earlier. I'm going to give my money to religion. I'm going to tithe it all away, 1 coin at a time. Actually, the most I can give away is half of 55. I can't give all of my money to the church. I am only legally allowed to give like 25 money to the church. 27, I guess. It's funny. What am I still looking for here? Another conference room and a break room. Not conference room, observatory. Another observatory and a break room. I don't need keys. I do need dice, though. Always need dice. And also I get a gem. Which, like, I kind of need that, too. In case the showroom comes up, you see. Hey, it's that observatory I was looking for. Oh, well, we're gonna get a bunch of gems out of this. Wait, can I afford to do this? 6 times 3, 18. I can afford to do this. If you have less. Oh, now the observatory worked the way I expected it to. Okay, so I lost 21 steps. The passageway not having a blue book is also annoying. True. This looks like Florealis. If you have less, what do I think? What do I think I'm going to have less of? A spiral of stars remains a mystery. A mystery to be solved. To be solved by finding more spirals of stars. Alright. I should have done this forever ago. Find me a break room. None of you are a break room. But apples are delicious. So, of course, I'm going to get a banana. Anytime I find out that apples are delicious, I never get to eat another apple in my life. Computer! Set it to blue at the start of the day. Here's the thing, though. If I find the shrine, I need to immediately set it to black to make sure I find the throne room early on in the run. Because the position of the throne room matters a lot, and is a lot harder to find than the shrine. No new staff announcements. However, I can special order another hammer. So I'm gonna do that. And I guess as long as I'm here, maybe experiment? Yeah, that is very much what I am up to, Loco Caesar. How's it going? Double up with the rook, maybe? Double up with the rook. The rook can also pick... The rook is the corners one. What? I'm not changing my blessing. Yeah, I'm definitely not changing my blessing at this point. King is absolutely the most useful blessing for what I am trying to do. I'm confident. Very confident. Also, I don't know what you mean by double up. Like, I don't... Is there a way to get 2 blessings? If so, it's not something I'm familiar with. I can open lock trunks. Scepter doesn't let me choose anymore. The scepter doesn't let me choose. Told some information that is due to a bug / unintended behavior. That's an interesting question. Clef, run that through Hamu, if you don't mind. Feel free to... whatever the word is on Twitch when you talk directly to a person. Um, yeah, or share it in the Discord. There's a spoiler channel for that purpose. What am I doing here? How many different terminals am I accessing today? Probably 0. I might open some trunks, though. Opening trunks is possible. Assuming I don't find a break room in the next, like, 2 things. This could be a break room. It is. All right, cool. Well, that's the end of this run. Good experiment. Very well experimented. I have the steps to run back to the entrance hall, and we have hit enough observatory that there probably is some trunks lying around. Oh, yeah, I could try putting the foundation down, too. That's a good idea. Thank you for the reminder. I forgot that that was a thing I was still trying to do. None of these is the thing, and also I am locked out? Not exactly locked out. I can redraw. Pool is fine, since that gives me some trunks. And some lockpicking skill. Unfortunately, it probably means that we're going to get, like, the sauna or something instead of the foundation. You were thinking about blessing from Shrine plus Banner of the King. I see. Yeah, I haven't gotten another Shrine blessing yet. That's for sure. Yeah, dining room me. Something you thought was relevant but wasn't. Okay, fair enough. Yep, all good. I mean, that's why I had you kind of run it through somebody to make sure. That seems like the best way to handle that kind of thing. Try again. Try again. Do I just take the clock tower? Nah. Try again. All right, I'm just gonna take the coat check and call it then. Hello, Kochek. I would like to reclaim my crown. And then I would like to check in, maybe this crown. Thank you for holding on to the crown. I have 1,000,000 steps now. Oh, because I dined at the dining room. Dining occurred. I don't remember whether or not I have trunks in the entrance hall. So we're going to quick run back to the entrance hall. See if I can knock out one more trunk for lockpicking skill. And then call it a day. Yeah, take my money. You love my money. Not that way, this way. Been very impressed with the communities when you've watched streams of Blueprints. That's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. I think, like, fans of the game overall are going to be... I don't know that I want to, like, generalize, but I feel like fans of this game are going to be good people. Mostly. What? No extra trunks? Damn. My observatory's been holding out on me. Alright, whatever. Still not going into the planetarium. There we go. My good deed for the day. I gave to charity. This is intriguing. All right. 1 times 1 squared is 1. Divided by 1 is 1. More true now than it was some months ago. It was extremely frustrating closer to release. I believe that too, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Like, this late into the game's life cycle, the fans are going to be less like flavor of the month and more people who are excited for the other people discovering things as opposed to just flooding people's chats because they want to talk about the game. 6 minus 5 is 1. Squared is 1. Minus 5 is negative 4. Squared is 16. Yes, that's valid. Everything's fine. Everything's fine here. Math is still correct. No problems here. And we can call it a day, right? We can call it a day. Nothing else weird going on? Nothing else I'm interested in? Nothing else I'm interested in. Call it a day. Early on, it was kind of collective puzzle solving, whether you wanted assistance or not. Yeah, I could see that too. I mean, there's a lot of different things that people are getting out of this game, right? There's a lot of reasons for people to want to play the game, and a lot of reasons for people to want to watch other people playing the game. And you just have to make sure that the people that you're hanging out with and the people that you're spending your time with are kind of like-minded, right? That they're approaching it the same way that you're approaching it, and willing, especially as a streamer, willing to give you the space to do all of the things. Worst is people who thought they were doing a good job of acting like they organically came up with good information in the moment. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I am somewhat blessed, maybe? Call it a blessing? That my community is small enough that anybody that's involved in that process is people that I know, right? So I know who's coming in with information, I know who's not, and I know who is like guessing in good faith and who isn't, for the most part. As well as like the people know that for the most part I'm not interested in that, and that's why I have the spoiler channel, right? Is so people can have those discussions and guess in good faith if they want to, without it necessarily impacting my playthrough. Like, having the extra channel set up for people to chat in that I'm not going to see, but gives them an outlet for all of the things they might say that might impact my playthrough, is probably one of the best things I have done for my stream and stream community in general. After those good faith guesses were unsolicited. Yeah, also true. There definitely have been some games where new people wandered in and were just like, oh, hey, this seems fun. So. All right, Shrine. Let's go, Shrine. Come on, Shrine. You can do it. You can show me a shrine. Oh, yeah, I think there was a bunch of that during the witness, although I did my best to ignore it. I don't know how well it worked, but I did my best to try and ignore it. This is all garbage. None of this is even remotely useful. I guess I can go into the trading post. I don't know, man. Is there anything in the tomb that I would want to pick up? Oh, there's dice in the tomb, right? Go get some dice in the tomb. And another 5 gold! I don't think I care about 5 gold. Yeah, I guess I should consider myself lucky, honestly, that nobody spoiled environmental stuff in the witness for me. Because that would have been, like, such a huge moment of discovery to get robbed of. Hey, it's the code check. I don't care yet. Show me conservatory. Neither of the Tories. I will take a break room, though. Break room can be here. Now I know where the break room is. 20! 23! Minus 13 is 10! Divided by 2 is 5! Divided? Times. 10 times 2 is 20. Divided by 4 is 5. Just regular math the whole way down. Oh, this is anything but regular math. Good heavens. Okay. 19 plus 1/3 of 11. Why? It's like 23-ish. So that rounds to 20, which inverts to 2. Yeah? Yeah? I think so. Rounds to 20, inverts to 2. Minus half of 7. Don't like that. Alright, negative 1.5 plus 12 is a little bit over 10. Rounds to 10, inverts to 1. And then I don't do this. It's 1. I'm wrong! Wow, that doesn't happen very often. Okay. 23, 10, 25. What else did I miss here? Maybe it's not rounds then inverted? Oh, that's one line. That's rounding to the nearest 1, not rounding to the nearest 10. I see. I actually have to know what these numbers add up to, unfortunately. Okay. So 19 plus 1/3 of 11, which is going to be 1/3 of 12 is 4. So 1/3 of 11 should be 3.6. Yeah, 3.6. So this is 22.6, which is going to round to 23. Minus 3.5, which is 19.5. Oh no, inverts. 23 inverts. Rounds to 23, then inverts to 32? Ooh. Okay. 32 down to 28.5 up to 40.5, which rounds to 41, which inverts to 14. Okay. Boss fight completed. It even has the music. Listen to the music. It knew I was facing difficult math problems. I wonder if that was like Break Room Puzzle 60 or something like that. If I can find the library, I want to check that out. I like dice. Give me dice. Find out how many break room puzzles I've solved. This is a reasonable place as any for the den. Sure. Yeah, okay. So the outer room, this run is shot. So I may be able to do foundation stuff, but mostly I am just looking for conservatory and observatories. So actually, let's run back to the entrance and check for the other corner. Oh, computer. Okay, computer. Three things to do on any computer day. Check for announcements. Nope. Place a special order for a sledgehammer. and begin an experiment. What shall we experiment on today? Different terminals, locked trunks, and viewing the map. Lock-picking skills and probably trunks? Probably trunks. Seems reasonable. Alright, let's see if we can find that conservatory. This is one of the Tories. We have reached rank 3, so we should gain 3 keys and 3 gems and then lose 9 steps and then gain like 100 something and gain like 96 day coins and then lose 2 stars. And then if you have less. If you have less what? Oops, less than. If you have less than some number of thing, it's going to take a while before we find out exactly what is done if we have less than. Yo, we got the twins, though. That's fantastic. That's, 2 hits of lockpicking. In fact, maybe I just pop these with the keys. It's not like I'm going to need a lot of keys. Not like I'm going to need a lot of money, either. Wow. Okay, great, thank you. Nice. Good find. Tool shed. So maybe not archives here. Oh, tomb, not tool shed. Still. It's not the shelter is the important part. Starfish? Aquarium? Aquarium? Aquarium's fine. Conservatory? Oh. Oh, it's the third Tory. Did you know that there are 3 kinds of Tories? I guess we'll just take the bedroom. Since it costs me nothing to enter. And might have had a chest. Observatory number 2? Nope. It's actually a decent chunk of keys. I will take a decent chunk of keys. This lavatory erasure. I had forgotten about lavatory. That's alright. Lavatory is eminently forgettable. I don't feel bad about removing lavatory from existence. In fact, it's distinctly possible that I may have used repellent on the lavatory. Parlor? Don't care. Don't care, don't care. So much don't care here. How many times has Simon used the bathroom in all this time? Presumably he gets to do it at night, at the end of the day. And then he buries his poop like a good Boy Scout. Goes off the edge of the cliff. There is a cliff there. That is no lies. Alright, we're going to ignore parlor games because I have a lot of gems and I don't want to waste the 20 minutes. I'm not going to ignore weight room. But I am going to not pick weight room. It's the observatory. Also the cloister. But maybe observatory. Alright, if you have less than... This is going to cost me a lot of steps, actually. This is going to cost me 15 steps. This is dangerous. I like living on the edge. Less than 40? Less than 40 what? Less than 40 steps? Yo, if this is less than 40 steps, Spiral of Stars is great. I mean, Spiral of Stars is already great, but there are costs associated with the Spiral of Stars at the moment. Be grateful that Fenares is foggy, yet not known for being windy. True. Inventory's not a room. Dormitory... You're right. This is dormitory erasure. That, I agree wholeheartedly. Dormitory is not one of the good Tories, is the thing. Wow, all of this just sucks. Give me more dice, I guess. I should have just rerolled that, actually. Alright, we can't go too far afield now unless I find a kitchen or something. Because I am concerned about being able to make it back to the break room in time. This is a great workshop spot. Absolutely. You have anything good? I wish I could tell without going in whether or not there was something good. That looks like a broken lever. I think I don't care. Hey, I was looking for the library, actually. I wanted to know how many break rooms I've solved. Yeah, spend the keys, whatever. Every door is locked, I get it. Library me. $73? Wow, it's not even a nice round number for the billiard rooms. Why is Billiard Puzzle 73 the boss fight? Confusing. Do we keep going? 16 steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get back to the break room? I didn't even pick up the lunchbox in the dining room? God, why am I so bad? Maybe I did. Maybe it just doesn't show it. I don't know why it wouldn't show it, but... Take a cloister. Why billiard 73 but dartboard 72? You know what? That's a very good question. Is that what it said? I don't think that's what it said. I don't think that's two separate entries. Oh, billiard rooms drafted. Dartboard solved 72. Yes. I guess there was a billiards room that I drafted and then just didn't do the puzzle in it. It's believable. I mean, I don't want it to be true, but I think that is possibly true about me. This is a lie. Well, I guess recently I have skipped several because I haven't actually attempted the puzzles. I've just walked past them. So walking past a parlor puzzle gives you the same results as failing it, which is terrible news. Yeah, I don't have the lunchbox on me. All right, this is enough. We're going back. Concerned I'm not going to make it back to the break room at this point. And that was my last experiment hit, right? So this isn't going to do anything to my lockpicking? We do get to end the run with 10 dice, though. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I just walked past this thing and never bothered picking it up. Wow, what a genius. Try it again. Takes his lunch home with him today, true. Gets to walk out that door, lunchbox in hand. Socket that one away for a midnight snack. Shrine me? Shrines? Can I find a shrine? Is this a shrine? No. Why is shrines so rare? Alright, I guess just protect me from wayward weight rooms. Go through the motions here. Wow, we're not getting any new announcements now. That's interesting. I wonder how long it takes before we get another set of announcements. Or maybe that has to be triggered by some action in-game that I'm not taking because I'm just kind of actually being focused on things for once. Come on, lab. Give me something cool. Give me a cool thing. Bedrooms? Apples? Sure, we'll get more gold. For bedrooms? Bedrooms, I think, is a lot more likely than any of the other things. No shrine today. All right, as long as I don't wreck my step count too badly, we'll see if we can't try to get the foundation on rank 8 again, since that has not come together yet. Gems? Reading nook? Rerolls? I was kind of hurting for gems until I found the observatory in the previous run. I also, like, feel bad about just walking past the parlor puzzles so many times. The blue box contains exactly one false statement. The gems are in a box with a 5-word statement. This box has no true statements. Well, that has to be false, so this can't be full true. That's a 3. That's a 3. A 5-word statement. This statement contains 5 words. Well, I do know that one's true. This statement contains 6 words. Yo, that's false. That's a false statement. This box has no false statements. That's false. So we have 2 false statements on the blue box. So the blue box does not contain exactly one false statement. So we have false and false, and false and false. So this is full true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the word 6. There is a box that contains a mix of true and false statements. And this statement contains 5 words. This has a statement containing the word 6. This does not. But so does this. So it could still be blue or white right now. And then either 6-word statement or 5-word statement, but not both. Not both. That is a 5. This is a 5 and a 6, so it can't be in the blue box, so it's in the white box. Easy. I love parlor games. This is not getting me any closer to the conservatory. What are you doing here? Try again. Kitchen is decently helpful, but chapel gets me to the corner. Maybe. Well, this is a great place for the kitchen. Are we sheltered? We're sheltered today. So I could just buy this up now. I'm not worried about weight rooms. Give me all of the bananas, thank you. +5 for every red room in my house. Currently 1. Oh, wait. Casino. I do want a break room. I just don't want the break room here. Okay, well, I got one of the things I was looking for. Take my stars, I guess. From 132 to 130. Hey, look, Draxus is here. If you have less than 40 steps, something happens. Hopefully something good, but I guess we don't know. Now what? Look for the conservatory on the other side. I could open some doors on the way, I guess. Oh well. Walk past a key. Sure did. Conservatory? No. All right, break room. Break room is fine. So now we're just looking for the other observatory and maybe try and make our way to rank 8. Somebody left their car keys here. This is a lot of colors. 20. 40. 24. Oh boy. Okay, 15 inverted is 51. Plus 15 is 66. Inverted is 66. Plus 15 is 81, which inverts to 18. Neat. Yeah, all right. I'm willing to take one of those. Seems like a great spot for a den. It is also time for a blueprint. A blueprint focus. Take a dining room. This time I'm actually going to pick up the lunchbox. I don't care about any of these. All right, we'll put the Great Hall down. Whatever. Drawing room is perfect here. Show me observatory. Try again. This is still not observatory. I want you to know that I am aware of what's going on here. And none of these things are the observatory. We can find a computer, though. No, this is a shelter run. I don't need another computer. So I guess we just go to the storeroom. At least I'm moving relatively fast for these runs, even if I am not just rapid fire clearing them each time. Did I get a conference room this time? Nope. Alright, well, there's fruit in some places. Some places have fruits. And some non-delicious apples. I don't care about levers. Observing an absence of observatories. I found one. We just haven't found the second one yet. Oh, now you're gonna give me a conference room. Good timing. This is actually a fine place for a conference room. I'm not opposed. Didn't I have dice? What happened to my dice? I guess I didn't get any dice today. Eh. More dead ends, I suppose. As long as I'm here, I might as well press buttons. Can't actually turn this off unless I... Because if it's off, and I haven't set it to unlocked, it's locked even though I have the key card? Like, it's just just locked? Good. Wow. All right. Well, I guess I could test it. Show me an observatory. Or don't, I guess. That's also cool. This is sheltered, so that could be sheltered. That's fine. I want to keep moving up. You don't need a code check here. Take the pool. Yo, what a great place for an observatory. That's exactly what I wanted. I guess I am willing to lose 24 steps here. Yeah, it's fine. If you have less than 40 steps, gain. Gain what? What are we gaining? I would like to gain things. I am a man what likes gaining. Probably. As long as it's not weird. Man what likes gaining as long as it's not weird. Still no dice. Oh, none of these are the things I was looking for. Rotunda's fine. Frog flex. That's a little weird. I guess it's not too weird. All right. I tentatively approve this use of emote. Nope, none of these are the things. Rotate? Yeah, none of these can rotate. That's not gonna fly. That's not gonna work at all. Okay, I guess it's just coat check and we walk. Coat check. Do the dance. Thank you for the crown. Please hang on to my crown. And go running back to the break room. Hello? Oh. Actually, we could, like, go around through the thing and maybe get to the other side and maybe find the thing here. It's not impossible. Shouldn't have rotated. Alright, clockwise room. Finish doing the thing. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Cloister? I want to do locker room things. I don't think I want to do locker room things. I want a cloister here. My phrasing has you contemplating plausibly weird gains. There's some weird stuff out there, dude. I don't know. I've been on the internet. I'm concerned. Draft a gallery. I haven't seen a gallery in a while. Sure, this could be a classroom. That's even facing the right direction. And it'll have a delicious apple. Is it delicious? It's just regular. It's always regular apples. What's my achievement? Wow, I seriously have drafted no, of course I drafted no bedrooms. I set the blueprint to blue. And we've been seeing a lot of things that are not blue, honestly. Redraw total. All right. Hit me. Hit me. What a great place for a classroom, honestly. Well, this worked out pretty much exactly the way I hoped it wouldn't. Bedroom? Is this the second bedroom? I think it is the first bedroom, actually. That's where we are. Show me a bedroom. None of these things are purple. My aquarium was sheltered. That's nice of them. All right. I'm going to open the doors on the way back, but we're calling it a day. Calling it a day. A day is what we're calling it. Suppose I can go through the archives and open a door. Show me a bedroom. Or don't, I guess. That's also cool. Don't even care anymore. No lockpicking gains today. Was it lockpicking? I don't even remember if it was lockpicking or... What was my... what was my experiment today? It was allowance. Oh, man. Leaving value on the table. Wow. What a nice apple. Too bad it's not delicious. I hate regular old undelicious apples. Shrine, 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 shrine. You think it'll work? Maybe if we chant shrine hard enough, the game will listen. Red delicious are one of the best types of apples? That is a very uncommonly held opinion. The most often times that I hear red delicious apples referenced, it's in a lament that they are not delicious. Shrine? 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 Damn it. Cursed. Typed on a red card. Man, if we were trying to sleep in all of the different bedrooms, I'd agree with you, Mr. Gecko. I'd even take my money with me. Alright, well, I guess we are back on the search for Tories. And then maybe hitting the foundation. Oh, I really hope I find a shovel, jeez. No Tories here. Might as well take the commissary, though. Please give me all of the stuff. I would like stuff. I would like to throw my money at you. This is me giving back to the house, you know? Chasing the spiral of stars. It's true. That is not a joke. That is actually a thing we're doing. Is that what Clara Epson was doing? I thought Clara Epson was just trying to get a full night's sleep. Nope, no Tories. Parlor? Nursery? What do I have going on today? Nothing. Nothing good. Quest a bedroom? And play some more parlor games. Remember when 32 was a lot of money? Those were some days, for sure. Early in my run. Back before I knew what real money looked like. A box with a true statement is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. The white box is empty. So, these are not guaranteed true. Because it's possible that there's only one box with true statements. And it's possible that there's only one box with false statements. Are these mutually exclusive? They are mutually exclusive, though. At least one of them has to be true. They cannot both be false. For the true statement box to be false, then the full true box has gems, and both of the other boxes are fully false. Which means the second cannot be true. So they are mutually exclusive. They could both be true, but they can't both be false. So this box cannot be full false. One of the other two has to. Wondering if where the spiral ends. Oh, interesting. I don't remember that part of the journal. A box with only true statements is empty. The black box is empty. A box with a statement that is also on another box is empty. Which box is a statement? The black box is empty. Ah. A box with no true statements is empty. A box with more than one false statement is empty. One of these two must be fully false. Can either of these not be fully false? Oh, if one of these has to be fully false, then the black box has to have gems in it. Because... No, wait, that's not true. That's not... No, yeah, that's true. Because at least one of them has to have all of their statements false. And they both have the statement the black box is empty. So the black box has to have gems in it. It's a good thing the parlor doesn't actually require you to fully solve the thing. It just requires you to figure out which box has the gems, which is a lot easier. A lot easier. Anything cool in here? No. Just a computer. It's alright, computers are pretty cool. Security doors! I love that. Let's get some gold for security doors. Which means we should go to the security room and up the amount of security doors. After I have checked for announcements, which there continue to not be any, and special order sledgehammer. Love productive coughs. My gift to you, chat. Keycard system. I would love it if the security level was high. Please and thank you. Seize the means of production. Wow. That is one of the more cursed statements that I have seen in that context. Hey, look at security. How do I feel about a dark room? I guess fine? Dark room is fine. We'll come back to it, though. I have steps. Decent odds that I... You know what? I can set the banner again. Let's set the banner again. Decent odds that I run into a utility room before I need to go any deeper into there. Hey, look, it's a break room. I do need one of those. Okay, it could be here. That's allowed. None of these are particularly impressive, but I'll take a conference room. Hey, look, there's apples. Are they delicious? I don't think they're delicious yet. Unclear. Well, all of these rooms suck. That's not a shovel. I wanted a shovel. This is starting to become problems. Library facing the wrong way? Everything is a problem? Yeah, everything is a problem. Alright, let's just get a mailroom and probably call it. Alright, dark room. What dark deeds do you have in store for me today? End my run. Oh, look, it's the claim ticket. I don't know. This might be an observatory, I guess. That's what I wanted. Take my stars. If you have less than 40 steps, gain 1 something. Gain 1. I guess right now it's if you have less than 40 steps, gain 1 step. Which is like, okay, sure. Well, only one of these opens in the correct direction, so we'll take that. Got another observatory? Love that. Love that. Super good. Gain 1 random. Oh, not 1 step. Okay. Hey, apples are extra delicious today. Not that I'm going to be finding any more apples, thank you. Dining room. Okay, I meant kennel. Yeah, you're right. Wait a minute. Good boy. Oh, we are not going anywhere, are we? Sure. It's the only one that opens. Pantry! There better be some apples in these trunks. I don't think there's ever apples in the trunks, actually. I like dice, though. I would like a dining room. If they could see their way to providing one for me. Okay, and the run's over. So I guess we'll take the sauna. And head back to the break room. Good boy. Which way is the break room from here? Oh, the only way I can travel? Alright, you got it. Literally right next door. You got it. Oh, I took it and then never did the puzzle. Yo, we gotta do math first. Alright, what is 1/3 of 1? Times 1/3 of 1. That's gotta be 1, right? No. 1/3 of 1 minus 1/3 of 1. Oh. So we're just at 0 here. That's easy. Divide by 20, that's still 0. And then plus 6 is 6. Fine. 6 minus 2 is 4. Squared is 16. To the nearest 10 is 20. Whoa, doubled. Hold on. Hold. 6 minus 4 is 2. Squared is 4. To the nearest 10 is 0. Minus 4. Squared is 16. To the nearest 10 is 20. Divided by 4 is 5. Still got it, kids. And calling it a day. One of these days this will work out. But this has gone on a while so far. We started today at day 90 or 92? Been a while without any staff announcements, and also a while without any shrines. I don't want to have to set my my banner in order to get the shrine, because I need banner after I've gotten shrine. But it does seem like the shrine is not particularly forthcoming as far as rooms go. If you don't set the banner. Which is a pretty big disappointment. Maybe disappointment is the wrong word. A pretty big frustration. Nope. Alright, give me some dice. Give me some dice and let's see if we can find some Tories. I also need to be hitting the aquarium more often because I'm actually gonna run out of stars at this point, since the spiral reduces my star count. How dare they take my stars like that? Nope, not what I'm looking for. I'll spend some money, though? Sure. Metal detector, watch it shine. Come on, conservatory. Sure. We'll take that when it's offered. I think I want to not look at this until I have found some other ranks, though. Sure. Could always just not activate the spiral. I could not activate the spiral. That is not unreasonable if my goal was to stock up on stars. However, we both know that my goal is to see more words in the spiral. Is rank 3 enough? Leave that up just in case I find a computer. Let's hit rank 4 and then do it. Big step count. That is the power of sauna. Gain 1 random item? What did I gain? Oh, if you have less than 40 steps. So I gained nothing because I don't have less than 40 steps. Alright, fair enough. Keep working on it. Let's see if we can find that conservatory, though. Ooh, that's actually a kind of difficult decision. I think I want to open the way to the corner more than I want the break room of the observatory here, though. None of these get into the corner. Is it worth redrawing? Sure. What else am I going to use these on? No. Conservatory. Nope. Conservatory. Nope. Conservatory. Take a treasure trove. Black sun. There are no holes. Well, there's a keyhole. So I guess there's a black keyhole on the sun. That what we're looking for? Unclear. Black sun. There are secrets in the rooms you drain. This is a green memo. I think this was also green, right? Was it green or blue? I don't remember if it was green or blue. I'm going to say it was... I don't know. Green or blue memo. It doesn't matter because it was in a sun and suns are true. There are secrets in the rooms you drain. Do I know what those secrets are? Secrets in the kitchen? Separately from being able to fill the watering hole can? A different secret? Secrets in the aquarium, I know. I have seen those. Secrets in the greenhouse, I know. I have seen those. Secrets in the fountain. It's not a room, but sure. Reservoir well, I think we know a few secrets about the reservoir. Secrets in the pool. Secrets in the pool? They're not talking about the trunks. Huh. Alright. The pool and the kitchen are suspicious. I don't know that there's going to be anything more to find there than we have already found there, but pool and kitchen hold secrets? Question mark. But I'll write it down. Anything connected to the waterworks is suspicious. No lies. No lies. That is a statement that I wholeheartedly agree with. Where am I going? Security. I do still need a computer. As long as I am here, we can make the key cards more frequent. And then we can see if there's an announcement, which there doesn't seem to be very much. Yo, an announcement! If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Okay. I realize that this is separate paths of puzzle solving. But realistically, what are the odds that someone has raised the satellite dish, right? And unlock the grotto, because you have to unlock the grotto in order to raise the satellite dish. You have to unlock the grotto and raise the satellite dish without having figured this out yet? Like, nothing about this is required in order to do the other thing, I agree. But, like, this is one of the really early puzzles that is presented to you. And for you to have not come to grips with this yet, by this stage of the game, seems real unlikely. I mean, I guess not impossible. So it's nice of them to provide that out, but, man, seems unlikely. Still, cool announcement. They could miss it? I don't know, dude. It's really in your face that that puzzle exists. Especially because you kind of have to draft the study in order to get the chess piece to progress in a couple of other areas. I don't know, man. Like, I appreciate that there is a buyout for some of these later game puzzles. There does kind of need to be at some point. But man, I struggle to imagine the person that would get to this point in Blueprints and still have not solved the pictures, like, comparison puzzles to get that sentence. Some of them are kind of esoteric, but, like, even missing a couple of letters, you can kind of figure it out. You can kind of get it together. Different terminal? All of this is garbage. We'll just do chests. We'll just make opening a chest create a chest so that I can open another chest. Since I already have the sledgehammer. Yo, the showroom. Gimme the goods. Finally! I set this thing to common so long ago. And this is the first time it's come up again? Jeez. Yeah, give me the moon pendant. Give me the master key. Give me this. Give me that. This was 190 for the full buyout. Easy. Some extra luck too. This is going to be rank 7. You've seen people trip into the Ash Twin Project first loop. Feldspar their way onto the Quantum Moon. 5 or more hours in the Quantum Grove looking for a non-existent Easter egg connected to the Wandering Sign. Sure, sure. Like, I don't disagree. People will do things in weird ways sometimes. Like, I don't want to spend the time on the parlor puzzle, but I feel bad drafting the puzzle, drafting the room, and then not even looking. All boxes displaying the word empty are empty. All statements displaying the word true are true. All statements displaying the word statements are true. Every single statement displays the word statement. No, that's not true. Not every statement. But every box has a statement that displays the word statement. So this has to be false, because if this were true, every box would have some true statements, which is illegal. So this bottom statement here is false. Which means one of these two is full true. If one of these two is full true, and both of them have statements displaying the word boxes, then this also has to be false. So this box is full false, which means all statements displaying the word boxes are true. No, some. Some statements, it's not that they're all, at least one of them is true. We don't know that all of them are true. But at least one of these is fully true. Well, that guarantees that this is empty. Well, all boxes displaying the word empty are empty. On a meta level, I think it implies that the white box has to have the gems, because the only statement that actually points to... I guess if this were false... If this were false, and this were false, blue could have the gems. But they can't both be false, because one of these needs to be full true. So yeah, white has to have the gems. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, now it is time to set my banner. Show me the thing. This is not the thing. None of this is the thing. All right, then. We shall rumpus. Oh, there's another one, is there? Yeah. Yeah. Show me the thing? I'm not sure if, I would suspect that the Foundation could not appear in the middle of rank 8. I think it could appear in slot 2 and 4, but not 1, 3, or 5. Because you don't want to let people... I think it's not... I think it makes sense to treat this as if it's inaccessible for the purposes of the Foundation spin thing. Would mean black would have to be true. Why? Why would black have to be true? Off of which statement that I said? This could still be the thing. This is not the thing. All right, great. Well, let's find some observatories and call it. One more observatory. Oh, we need to find a break room still. I guess we have one more shot at the conservatory. Maybe. Nope. This doesn't open in the right way. All right. Well, clock tower it is. Start my next run with some gems. What is happening here? None of these are the thing I'm looking for. Plenty of more doors, though, so I can afford to take the mailroom here. Plenty of doors and plenty of steps. Cool. Not that I'm going to even do anything with this, but thank you. Oh, if both of the boxes things were false, then this would be true. Yeah, that's also true. So yet another reason that that thing couldn't be true. What are we looking for? Go through here. The drawing room. Draw some room. Smack. What shall we draw? None of these. I suppose. Yo, is this delicious? I finally found a delicious apple. Wow, that is extremely delicious. And salted? There's a break room. Cool. That's it. That's all we needed. Although I guess there is room for another observatory, so I'll quick peek around some corners here. Maybe we can find second observatory. Do I need any of these? No, I'm just gonna leave them. I have taken the aquarium. Yeah, okay. So all we're looking for is second observatory. Yeah. about the most delicious apple you've ever seen? I thought there was a dig spot on the side. It was just the display being weird. Ugh, gross. Gross, gross, gross. Well, I paid my tithe and got rewarded. There it is. Hall pass gained. Neat. One random item from. Okay, well, I got what I wanted. So, back to the break room. Just want to see what's in them. I don't actually want to pick up the stuff because I don't need stuff. Where is the break room? Why am I so bad at this? Through the pantry. One squared is 1. Times 18 is 18. Divided by 9 is 2. Cool. Oh god. Okay. 40. Here's 40. Times 10 is 400. Divided by 10. Oh my god. Okay. 400 divided by 10 is 40. To the nearest double digit is 40. Inverted is 4. Divided by a half is 8. Rounds to 10. Inverts to 1. Alright. Wow, they're really leaning into the boss fight style puzzles, right? There's like the basic math one, and then one with all the symbols, and that's it, instead of it being 3 puzzles. It's fine. I'm okay with it. Alright, nothing here. Let's go. Next one. Go next. GG, go next. We'll see what the moon pendant gets me. All right, well, this is run 100. I did say let's do it on run 100 because that would be funny. As usual, sleeping mask and gems and keys. Be nice. Maybe this is the run. Oh yeah, what did my moon pendant save? It saved the hall pass? It saved the hall pass. And left me with a blank. I wonder if it saved the hall pass and the sleeping mask, and then also gave me a sleeping mask in my mail thing, and that overwrote the previous sleeping mask? Is that possible? A couple of times when you to save your key card, you end up with 2 key cards. That's kind of funny. Nope. This is not the run. Yeah, okay, it is a second key card. Huh. Suppose I'll trade away my second key card. That's interesting that it shows up as a blank. So I have a second of the thing that I have. Ooh, what could I trade the silver key for? Compass? Compass is way better. Heck yeah. Coupon book. No deal. No deal, Howie. Hall pass? Gear wrench. No, I'm cool. Cool on all of the rest of these. Well, thank you for trying, Moon Pendant. Even if you didn't get me the Emerald Bracelet or the Master Key. At least you tried. Alright, let's find some conservatories. Nice den. And then we'll take another shot at rank 8 Foundation. Nice conservatory. Walk-in closet can be never, actually. That would be okay if we never saw the walk-in closet again. Just not a big fan of dead ends. This can stay unusual. This is a somewhat nice dead end to find. The pool. I think I'm okay with seeing the pool more often, actually. Yeah, great. And then is there any other floor plan that I'm seeing that I've like made common and don't want to see as much anymore? I think I made the workshop common, and I don't think it needs to be common anymore. You can go back to unusual. That's fine. Okay with seeing less workshops. What is the coat check? Coat check is standard. Mailroom can stay standard. Bunk room's unusual? That's unfortunate. The common Her Ladyship's chamber that I still never see because it takes so much effort to get to. The standard master bedroom that I also still never see. Do I want to make any other changes here? Nope, I do in fact want that to be common. Oh, you know what? Next time I see a laboratory, I want to set the thing that puts more aquariums in my pool. Because I want to see more aquariums. I gotta flip my packets around. Yeah, alright. Take the treasure trove. Black Moon. What you got for me? What do we know about black moons? Aren't moons always lies? No. We don't know anything about black moons. You must don the mantle of the night to perform the ritual of castling. Well, at least that we know is fake. I love it when boxes lie to me in a way that I can recognize is a lie. Do I just know that blue boxes? Here, I need to reword this. Blue boxes. with green memos are always true. Blue, white, pink. Suns are always true. Pink moons are always false. Blue waves are always false. And this is none of those things. This word is interesting because it hints that castling may involve the blessings. That's true. If this is generally the way this game does true and false for this kind of statement is if this statement is false, that still implies that you must don a specific mantle in order to perform the ritual of castling. Yeah. All right, we got our conservatory. Let's push up to rank 8, see what we can do there. Via the break room. That's a good choice. Whoa, okay. 4 squared is 16. Inverted is 61. Minus 30. Minus 30. $11 minus 2.5, so 8.5. Inverted is 5.8. Rounded to the nearest 1 is 6. Minus 2.5 is 3.5. 5.3, 5. 2.5, 5.2, 5. I got you. I understand. Well, that is a 3rd key card today. Better go trade that one in. Fascinating. Observatory? Okay. I should take the boudoir. Oh, well, whatever. Am I ready to set a blueprint? I think I am ready to set a banner. I think I am ready to banner for blueprints. Take those. Computer! Okay, computer. Also, somebody left some car keys lying around. Nice. Set security level high, as always. And to the menu. New announcement? New announcement. Who posted that? I'm almost positive that Sinclair, while tolerant of moderate hints, explicitly told us not to provide full solutions to any of his puzzles. That's right. Get mad, Anne. That's correct. Also, we should order a sledgehammer. Yes, Anne is like, oh my god, spoilers. I know, I love it. Anne Babbage is great. She's so nice. She's so helpful. Very glad she's on staff. All right. So, the triggers. I think I was mostly happy with the triggers. What rooms have fireplaces? I can never remember. But I'll put that on the list. Upgraded floor plan is definitely on the list. Chests is good. Bedrooms is good. Security doors is good. Apples? Do we still want the apples one? Because I feel like that just never gets me anything, but sure. 10 rooms with a fireplace. Okay. That's cool. I need 2 more of these. I don't really want to do the maps one. I guess the 40 seconds one is almost always 3 triggers. So that's like okay. Yeah, the upgraded ones is good. The terminals, I think, are not particularly rewarding. I feel like that doesn't work very often. Hallway from another hallway? Maybe. There are a bunch of levers, but they're all difficult to get to. I do like tomorrow rooms, so that can go on the list, I guess. But there's not that many of them, is there? I don't know how many drawing... Oh, if you draw the drawing room floor plan while drafting, and then don't draft it, so you send it back. I see. That's weird, though. If I made that common... I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I'll have to remember that. If I see the drawing room in the conservatory, or if I see the drawing room in the Chamber of Mirrors, then this will affect this. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry about it. It is pretty funny, freely admitted. Alright, we'll do the 40 seconds one, and we'll do... God, I don't even know. What is even likely to happen? Shop rooms? 8 shop rooms? 7 shop rooms, actually. Many of which are rare. Sure, I'll go for the tomorrow rooms, whatever. Maybe it should be the 2 or more gems? I don't know, I don't super like that one either. I think it's more likely than the tomorrow rooms, though. Alright, I do want chests. I do want stars. I want aquariums. That was the big one. I'm going to set letters because I think that doesn't happen anymore. Along with crates. I think both of those just don't happen anymore. So they're blanks that won't get pulled. Lower the reservoir by 1 is fascinating. Allowance. This one is cute. I think I should maybe try that one and lockpicking. Because all of the temporary gain other ones, like, I just never pick them. Where would the water go? That's a very good question. One that I am not willing to find out right now. Alright, let's do an experiment. Oh, we can keep removing crates? I don't want to remove crates. I want to add aquariums. Do aquariums have a fireplace? I feel like aquariums have a fireplace. I hope every time I draft an aquarium, it adds an aquarium to my pool. Well, I don't want any of this. Jeez. Okay, I guess take half my steps. Yikes. The TARDIS prop room, yep. Alright, we need to... the banner is already set, and I still got this garbage pull. Thanks. Also nice broken lever. Also nice key on the ground. You know, I could have just taken the freezer there. Been fine, I think. Good boy. Still don't have a shovel. This is a dangerous rotunda. This rotunda means that I can't grab a observatory if I see it. 2 doors on the mechanarium is fine. It's not great, but it's what I needed. Show me foundation. None of these are the foundation. Alright, boiler room it is. Show me foundation. None of these rooms are foundation. I will take the aquarium, though. Oh, that was misordered. And also apparently does not have a fireplace in it. Kind of surprised to find out that the aquarium doesn't have a fireplace in it. I guess the room setups that it has don't include any fireplaces. Woof woof. Commissary? Dining room? Dining room is facing the wrong way. Why would you do this to me? I need the steps, though, if I'm going to keep going through here. 3 aquariums have been added to the draft pool. Yep, that checks out. Now I need a lot more gems. Jeez. Where am I going to find more gems? You don't think the foundation can be drafted in front of an chamber door? I would expect that to be true. I think I said earlier, but I'm expecting the foundation to, for rank 8 to only be draftable in position 2 and 4. For sure not 1 or 5, and probably not 3 either. Hey, it's the parlor. We'll play some parlor games. Oh, the parlor has a fireplace. Good to know. Box with a false statement contains the gems. The white box contains the gems. A box mentioning a specific color contains the gems. Are these 2 mutually exclusive? Box with only true statements. Blue box contains the gems. No. These could both be true. A box with a statement that is also on another box contains the gems. Box with a true statement. Box with a false statement. Box mentioning the word true. Box with only true statements. Box with a false statement and box with a false statement. Okay. So for the bottom one to be true here, blue and black. Okay, so we need to figure out what's mutually exclusive here. Box with a false statement could be any box. White box contains the gems, and box mentioning a specific color contains the gems. These 2 can both be true. Can they both be false? So it's not white and also not a box mentioning a specific color? Yes. And then the blue box has it. Okay. Box with a statement that is also on another box is blue and black. Blue box contains the gems. Okay. Box with only true statements contains the gems. Box with a true statement. Box with a false statement. Box mentioning the word true. Okay, so it cannot be... White cannot be full true. Because only true statements and blue box contains the gems cannot both be true. Because if blue box contains the gems and is fully true, then this statement must be false. Yeah, it doesn't work. There's paradox there. Logical misalignment. So white box cannot be fully true. So either black or blue is fully true. If black is fully true, white contains the gems. If blue is fully true, white can contain the gems. We just know that white's not fully true. White could still be fully false. If white is fully false, then white contains the gems. If white is fully false, blue cannot be fully true. So this is fully true. Yes, yes, yes. And then this is mixed. So false, true, true or false, whatever, it does work. It does work that white contains the gems. It is valid. Whether or not it is the only valid or the correct, it is valid, and I'm just going to go with it. Hell yeah. You only parlor once. Yopo. Sometimes you just gotta go and hope that it's correct. What are we doing here? Found some gems. Open up some more aquariums? Still looking for observatories. So that could be here. I don't want to spend the keys, though, if I need to spend keys. Exactly. And despite having been weight roomed, I am not concerned about steps. None of these are the thing I'm looking for. But maybe get some keys to resolve those other issues. Well, this is remarkably unhelpful. Does have keys, though. Which is what I came in here for. I have found my break room. So I have my my way out, as it were. Sure. Let's just toggle the coat check real quick. Actually, I will hold on to my crown for now, because that sounds like fun. Alright, have a good night, Calaman. Can't just walk through the puppy room and not pet the puppies? Pet the puppies. Yeah. Remove that dark room. Give me a gem. Hello, a dark room that I just removed from the pool. Fancy meeting you here. So, if I'm understanding the situation correctly... Nice brick. If I draft an aquarium from the aquarium, it doesn't cost me gems because of Hall Pass? I do not have a Chamber of Mirrors. Why would I do... I just made it rare again. Well, this isn't what I'm looking for. I am fairly confident that remove from the pool has been a lie the entire time. More gems? More gems or more door? More door, I think. Because maybe then we could get an aquarium. Also, that apple is an apple. Good place for a mailroom. Alright, starting our trek back down. I guess we're headed to security here. Good boy. Ah, yeah, let's remove that furnace. And immediately see the furnace again. I don't understand. I don't understand how the system is purported to work, because it does not work in the way that I am expecting it to work. Just give me the gems, man. What's my route now? Back to the entrance hall. Jeez. Get shoveled. Old shoe? That's not a turnip at all. This is some garbage. Rotunda at least gives me doors. But it's a hassle to work with, so we'll go this way first. Game, what are you doing? How have I still not been offered a single observatory this run? Second wine cellar? Is that a decision that I made at some point in my life? Wonder why I made that decision. I mean, I guess. Oh, some more aquariums added to the draft pool. Cool, I'm gonna need these gems. So still no aquariums? Okay, great, thank you. Woof, woof, woof. I will take the aquarium as opposed to remove the aquarium. Thank you. That is, in fact, what I'm looking for. Oh, I could go back to the... I don't have a lot of steps. I have a few more steps now, though. Quite a few more, actually. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, woo! Oh, now we're in business. Now things are happening correctly. This is what I wanted to see. Hall Pass doing some work. Aw. But the Chamber of Mirrors is here, for some reason. No sledgehammer, huh? Strange room. Strange run. Yeah, you know what? Let's just freeze it. Call it here. No observatories today. That's fine. We generated a lot of stars. That is more important. And we'll just go back to the break room and finish. Enough running around. Alright, well, not quite enough. I mean, maybe enough time to do another run if the run is this length. But I think it's close enough to the end that I'd rather not start one here. So this is going to be it for tonight. You know, I think this is the first time that in the entirety of my Blueprints run that I've known what I've needed to do and spent a full stream not getting any closer to doing the thing that I needed to do. Or at least discovering something relevant otherwise. Which I think is a strong sign that there is not that much left in the game. As if I didn't already think that was a strong sign that there's not that much left in the game. But, yeah, I would go so far as to say insufferably lucky over the course of my Blueprints run. So it is weird to me to get to this thing where, like, I need a couple of things to line up and go so many runs in a row where they haven't lined up. Like, things don't just work out the way I want to. Weird. But I guess we'll keep on grinding for the right situation since it hasn't come up yet, and keep on working on it. So that's where we're at. But yeah, as I said, that's going to be it for now. Suggestion for a small switch to hopefully change one RNG for another that's a little more manageable. I mean, I could use the banner to call for blueprints at the start, and that would let me get the shrine a little bit more reliably. But that means I have a much harder time getting the throne room when I need it. So, I don't know. I'm actually not allowed to raid games done quick like I tried to. Yeah, I need to keep banner for black. So I guess yeah, sure. What is the suggestion? What else could I change in order to swap my RNG searching here? Willing to take a little bit of advice at this point, having gone through the entirety of a stream without managing kind of the major goal. Coat check the idol. Oh, that's cute. Well, if I find the idol, that is not unreasonable. And then I just have to draft the coat check within sufficient steps of... Oh, I don't know that I would have thought of that. Yeah, I don't think I would have thought of that. But that is a fascinating idea. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. No, I agree. I think that'll work out easier. I think that has a high possibility of working out easier. But yeah, still RNG dependent. Fully agree. And I still need to get the shrine anyway. Like, the next time I get the shrine, if the other stuff doesn't work out, then that's a good idea to just coat check the idol. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe once I get the shrine, it'll all line up anyway. So we'll see. But yes, that means that every single run is turned on at least for our purposes, and I just need to get to 46 instead of trying to find the shrine and re-rolling, which is better. um, but yeah, that's something to think about for next time. But it is definitely a thing that we're thinking about for next time.